Milk for a dime. We'll do it in the morning. Okay. President has signed a document to keep families together at the border. Happy to welcome partner at Forward Solution Strategy Group. He's a Democratic strategist, Isaac Wright. Isaac, how are you?
Doing good. Good morning. How are you?
Good. Good to meet you. Good to have you on. We like having Democrats on. We love the discussion. It's great having you on. What's your take on the whole immigration issue going on in Washington right now?
Well, I'm glad to see that we are going to stop separating children and families as they come to the border seeking refugee status in this country. I worry that the president laid out a change in policy, in his policy going forward. He did not address his policy up to this point. The president and General Sessions and Secretary of Homeland Security have separated over 2,300 children who remain in detention centers right now in America, separated many for 30 days or more from their families, from their parents, and there's not been any work towards how to reunite those children in this very traumatizing situation and what to do about that. I think that's a priority, is how to reunite those children with their families, with their parents as quickly as possible, and how to move forward with that. I think there's a second issue that's going to happen, that's going to play out in the coming days about the credibility of the administration, if you will. Our Secretary of Homeland Security, who's responsible for Homeland Security and emergency management, who needs the credibility to be able to speak to emergencies and emergency situations in the country, was one of the major people, along with President Trump, saying that the administration could not impact their own policy on this, that it would take a vote of Congress to change their policy, as recently as the day that President Trump decided to unilaterally change his policy on this. That's going to create some long-term credibility problems with the administration. I think that there are going to be calls. I think they're already mounting calls starting for the Secretary of Homeland Security to resign over that issue and that problem of credibility. And I think it hurts President Trump with his credibility on the Hill.
Yeah, but Isaac, where's the consistency of the Democrats, right? I mean, I can play you this clip if you'd like to hear Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton and Chuck Schumer say exactly what the Republicans are saying today. I mean, listen, this is a political game. This is about midterms for me. I mean, I would think everybody...
Yeah, the Democrats have... Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, you ought to come together. I mean, Congress has fumbled this for decades. I mean, what's so...
No, this is new. The separation of children and parents has been going on decades.
I can show you the... hold on. Isaac, I can show you the documentation about Barack Obama in 2014 and what was happening, the same thing. You also don't know if you've got real parents or drug smugglers. It's very difficult to know who's using children to get into our country. I mean, this is not that simple, is it?
That's a really the identity is a really good issue to bring up. That's something that people need to know more about, what you're referring to there and the process with that. You know, we have a thorough, well-developed process for vetting refugees that uses tools like biometric data in addition to the interviews and background checks throughout a series of overlapping investigations that can take 18 to 24 months and involve career professionals from the FBI, from the State Department, from the National Counterterrorism Center, among others. You know, no refugees have been involved in a fatal attack on their fellow Americans since the Refugee Act of 1980 was passed. That is in part because of the efficiency and thoroughness of that vetting. So that is actually a really good point to raise. We do actually have a really good system to check those things, to make sure these folks are parents of the children that they're with and that they are not a threat to this country.
Isaac,
it is yet to fail a single time. So that's actually a really good point of why we should not change the moral fabric of this nation as a shining light upon a hill to what democracy should be across the country.
Let me ask you, last question, Isaac. Last question. What do Democrats want when it comes to this issue? You can't have open borders. I don't think you think that. You can't not know who's coming into your country. And you certainly, I can play Hillary Clinton saying I voted for walls and barriers. What do you want?
Comprehensive immigration reform. We have refugees from some of the most violent, dangerous countries in America at our border seeking political asylum. We have people who are applying to be with their immediate family, their spouses in this country, who may face a 7 to 10 year waiting period to get processed. These are the reasons when people's lives are on the line, innocent mothers and fathers fleeing countries of violence to come for a better life and contribute to the society. Those are people that we need a better system to process and to help move that forward and more efficient. The people who are waiting 7, 10 years to be reunited with their family members in this country, we need a better system for that. That will alleviate a lot of the pressure on the borders when we have an immigration system that works. For example, the political refugees, most of the folks we're talking about at the border with their children who are trying to come into this country, refugees seeking a safe haven, a safe country to contribute to. The Trump administration has cut the threshold, the number of people who can come as refugees to this country in half, and it's expected to drastically admit less than that number.
Well, hold on. We have 600,000 people in line on the asylum. We have 600,000 people waiting to be processed, trying to seek asylum. We don't have near the system. We don't have near the people in place.
Can I finish my answer before you ask the next question? All these things, you asked me what Democrats would like to see. Comprehensive immigration reform.
I'm in.
That addresses all these problems in a broken system that have led to the situation we're in when a president can separate innocent children from their parents. Children whose no fault of their own were in that situation, 8, 9 months old, right? How do we get to this point that a president can do that? So let's have comprehensive immigration reform that looks at the big picture and takes into account all the details, because we should never in this country fall down on our moral duty to lead the world and to be a shining light of democracy.
All right, Isaac, I appreciate your time. Like your accent. Thank you for being on. How do people find you?
www.forwardssg.com is our website, and thank you. I will tell my fellow native West Tennesseans that you appreciate our accent.
All right, buddy. I appreciate your time. Isaac Wright, he's a partner at Forward Solutions Strategy Group, a Democratic strategist. There's so much spin going on, and you can say it from everywhere. I'm going to play the montage after sports of all these prominent Democrats saying what the Republicans are saying right now. It is